Hello, for joining me on one of my first videos of changing my YouTube channel to Loren's life instead of just Pintada Designs. And this vlog is going to be sort of like a chilled, relaxed vlog, and I'm going to be taking you on our first adventure to the very first Create & Co market. I've been very quiet on this channel. You probably have no idea what's going on, and that is because I have been crazy busy trying to work on my own in-person market that I'm hosting with my mum. It is coming up this weekend. It's currently Thursday, the 28th of May, and I just thought I would sit down in my living room because we don't have to be in the office in these vlogs anymore. It is not a businessy vlog. I mean, it is a business vlog, but like not aimed completely at business. I'm sat with my hair looking like a mess because I have just finished a technically 13-hour shift at my job. It is now 8 p.m. and I thought I would sit down whilst it is still bright outside and just sort of talk to you about what this vlog is going to be. So like I said, it's going to be a nice chilled, relaxed vlog. I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself to edit bits out. It's just going to be sort of like a this is what it is kind of thing. Still fun for you guys. I am going to film mostly a little bit of tomorrow of like setting up my stall, walking you around the venue, and then Saturday is a big day where I'm not sure I'm going to get much filmed, but I am going to give my camera to my sister, who is my social media and content sort of manager and partner. So I'm going to give her this camera and we will see what footage she can get of walking around the venue and the stall holders and chatting to people, and hopefully we can come together with a nice little vlog of the very first Create & Co market. The plan of action for tomorrow is that we are going to the venue for about midday, which is the Friday before the event, and we get to go and help set them up the tables, and I've got a couple of stall holders who are coming in on the Friday to set up. I've only offered it out to just a small handful of stall holders just because they're travelling a little bit further and I wanted to make sure they weren't feeling stressed about travelling. So I asked the event manager if I could let a couple of people in before, of which she said yes, but obviously they'll be setting up the hall at the same time, so I couldn't allow everyone to. And then I'll be setting up my own store, so I am going to be there as Pintada Designs as well. Obviously Pintada Designs is my main business, and then Create & Co is the brand of the market. And yeah, so I'm going to set my stall up tomorrow so that when I get there on a Saturday, all my attention is on the stall holders and helping them set up and making sure everything goes smoothly, and then obviously the event itself. So yeah, that is kind of what's going to be happening in this vlog. I might have a special guest that would appear on this vlog, but I have a lovely friend of mine and a special guest who is coming to stay with me for the market and in my house, which is insane. And yeah, she's coming to stay with me, so I will see if she wants to film anything. I'm not going to put any pressure on her too, but hopefully she'll say yes to filming something and I will pop her in. And yeah, I've been talking for 5 minutes now, which it was only meant to introduce the vlog, so you're probably bored already, but I hope that you stay tuned and sort of see how the first ever Create & Co market goes, because I tell you now, it's going to be a journey and I'm excited to take you on it. So I will see you in a little bit. Enjoy the rest of the vlog. So we are at the venue, and I'm just going to do a little pan around. No one's here yet, it's the Friday before, so we're just setting up some stuff. Again, excuse my appearance, it's very warm today, so I'll just pan round.
Okay, so it's the next day, and we thought we'd come in here and just have a little chat about the market yesterday. We're both pretty exhausted, aren't we?
Oh, I'm going to crash.
I can't tell you how incredible Loren is. Like, this event was so special, and I'm so grateful to have been part of it. I'm going to get emotional now.
Oh, don't get emotional. I'm going to get emotional.
I'm just so proud of you, and like to have been part of it has been really special. And like I said to you before, obviously I'm very grateful that the event was a place that friends could see people and like get to catch up and do that kind of thing. But you created such a safe space and such like a curated space where I think pretty much everyone felt like they should be there. Like everyone felt like they fitted in.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you've gone from a list probably as long as your legs to...
There's still stuff on the to-do list I didn't get around to doing.
Yeah.
That I would just end up being like, that's not important.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
stuff I wanted to do, and I was just like, yeah, that's not important right now.
Yeah.
Like, had to prioritise like things.
Exactly. But now your list is like done.
Because
you've done the event.
I've done it. Yeah, done.
You've done it.
It's kind of a bit surreal. Like I was saying I think I said to you when we were doing it, it almost felt like I was just packing up to go to like my own market as like a vendor.
Yeah.
But like I wasn't the one hosting it, and then actually I had to keep reminding myself like this is what I've managed and I've created.
And you're going to be like needed as well. Like you are like kind of the go-to.
There was like things like there was a moment in the middle of the day where the machine at the front had like broken, and my sister ran down and was like, it's all broken, I can't do anything. I was like, it's okay. And like and I like ran away from my store and went and fixed it. But it's that kind of like, it almost felt like I was living like two separate lives, like being a stall holder and then like the event manager. And,
because you're quite used to doing events now, aren't you?
Yeah, me and Mum have done
well, like
events
for Pintada.
Yeah.
But not. I mean, this is the first ever market you've done.
First ever one,
yeah. Are we going to hint about the future?
Yeah, we can hint about the future.
Like, how are you feeling? Like, coming away from this, like, do you feel like you have more of a vision in terms of what you want?
It happened yesterday whilst we were at the event, and like in the first hour, obviously when you first open the doors, like I wasn't expecting like floods of people through the door, obviously.
Yeah.
But then it was like, oh no, like it's quiet, like you get that dread of like, is no one gonna come in? And then like no one walks around. But then I had to keep reminding myself when I was like, the doors have only been open for I think it was like they'd only been open for half an hour at that point, and I was like, they've only been open for half an hour, like it's fine, people aren't even walking around, they're still asleep. Like,
exactly. Like it's the weekend.
Go out of bed, it's the weekend.
Exactly.
And then like people started coming in, I kind of relaxed. I had said to Mum, and I was like, this is gonna work, like today it's gonna go okay. Like
well, I always felt the whole day, even though it wasn't like hordes of people that I was having to deal with, it was a beautiful like flurry, like the layout of the venue allowed people to
mooch around
at their own pace. There was no corners, there was no like, it was very flowing, so
I don't know if you filmed anything about the room. Did you film the room?
I only filmed like I did a pan over from upstairs, like a quick kind of over the bottom
so it
floor.
was like what Dellie
Mum did a walk around actually.
Like it was like the room itself was like a big open room. It's an oval ballroom essentially.
Very bright.
Very bright windows. And that was something that when I went to go and see the venues, that was something that really tied me into it, because I've been to events before where it's very much like structured lines and like straight big like square rooms and things,
or like awkward corners
that get like people get hidden away in. Like you never want to be that stall in the corner that no one comes to because they just skip past you.
Exactly.
Where I felt like with that venue, you almost couldn't just skip past people, you kind of had to go.
Well, I found that it encouraged people to go again, because it was just like the flow of the road, in a sense. It just kept going around.
And I think as well, like a lot of people, like you always hear it when you do markets, and I'm sure if anyone watching this does markets and things like that, you hear the
sort of like people saying, oh, I'm just having a little look round, and then I'll like come back and do the shopping, because people want to come in and have a look round first. And then they'll like think things in their head and be like, oh, I want to go back to that.
Yeah.
So like you said, I think it encouraged people to be like, okay, well, let's do another round.
Yeah, like I saw people 2-3 times.
Yeah.
Because they were just enjoying it.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, people were there, they were spending a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just like a fleet in and out.
Yeah, I just felt so at ease there, and like, I know obviously you're my friend and I trust you, and I knew I wanted to be there to support you, but like if you took all that away, and I had never done a market before, because there was a few people who'd never done a market before,
there was a couple of stallholders there that it was their first market that they'd done,
and I think it was the perfect space for them to like showcase, because you just created something really lovely. And I think your experience with markets for your own brand has allowed you to understand what you do and don't want, and I think you've been able to pass that on to all of us, and we appreciate it, because we probably feel just the same as you at those other events. I was very eager to get back to my table, because the people coming around were like, you knew that they wanted to be there, because obviously it was a ticketed event, so you had to like pay for a ticket to get in, but like we spoke about a few times, like it does filter out those that like, there's nothing wrong with people coming to markets to just have a look, but we are there to make money. Like that's simple.
So the whole
really.
the whole thought behind the Creating Co brand is like something I'm very passionate about, is like supporting other businesses, and I wanted to make sure that the people that were coming in through the door were like those who wanted to, again, shop small, support businesses. Like a lot of our marketing was like, come and support independent makers, like small businesses, and like aiming towards that.
And you want people coming in that understand that does often come with it ain't like going to Poundland. It's different.
And it's like it's not like your stuff you buy off Alibaba and like Temu and things like that. Like it's people who have really like thought about this, like creative people who have made and designed products of their own, and
maybe doing it full-time job, or dreaming of it being a
full-time job. Like so like establishing a business to like create this like life for themselves. And I wanted to make sure that the people that were coming through the door were there because they wanted to be there and hand support and help, which I definitely got the feel yesterday that that's what we achieved.
Some people were like, the feedback was just lovely from, because again, my kind of like, I always try and speak to people, even I'm not the best at conversation, to be honest. Like I love talking about my brand, but anything outside of that I really kind of struggle with. But my like go-to sentence was like, are you local? And it just opened up this, like, people were so excited to have this event there. They were like, there's never anything like this here. Like one person was like, oh, I recently got tickets for like Stationery Fest. And they were like, I'm so glad that, because I mentioned that you're hoping for it to become more of a thing, and like every single year have events here. And she was like, she was buzzing. Like, I'm actually talking, she like, there was visual excitement there, because she was like, this is my thing, I love stationery. She was like, they lived, I think they said it was a 10-minute drive. So they were like, I would love to have it here.
I had a lot of people come up to me, obviously, because I had my own stall and I had like a little Creating Co merchandise thing. I think people then realised that it was me that, and I had my t-shirt on. People realised it was me that like sort of organised the event, and I think they came up to me and they were like, it's so nice to have something like this here, because we were missing. But like as a town, like it is really beautiful. Like the seafront is stunning. The beach is like, the beach is like the place that people come to when they come on holiday. They'll go to the beach.
It's a little, I thought it reminded me a bit of Brighton. I don't know if you've ever been to Brighton.
Similar vibes. Like there's the pier and like fish and chip shops and like your typical seaside town. And obviously the venue was like right on that. Like I can't remember who it was. I think it was Beck. And I was speaking to them, and like I was like, oh, your stall's over here, and like busy like doing stuff. And I was like, have you looked out the window? And they were like, what? And like turned around. And there was like the pier and the beach. And they were like, oh my god.
It's honestly stunning, because I literally I went to the toilet, because when you come back out of them, you're looking out the big doors. And I was just stood there for a moment. I was like, oh my gosh,
And the day yesterday, we couldn't have asked for a better day.
It was gorgeous yesterday.
The weather yesterday.
But it wasn't like scorching, so I think that encouraged people to, if they saw like there was an event going on, that was a little bit more of an encouragement, because it's not too hot that people just want to be on the beach. It like was that good kind of
flow of people being like, oh, like walking around. Like you want people to be walking around and sort of like looking in. And my mum, bless her, she did a fantastic job, and she was out leafleting and like pulling people in off the beach. Sweet. And She was so knackered by the end of the day. I think Mum came back and was like, I'm tired, like I don't want to do it more. And I was like, that's fine. I was like, would you like to run the store and I'll go and do it.
So you were on the street giving leaflets?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, were you actually?
Yeah. But the funny story is that I went out and I used to do that as a child working for my mum, like because they had their own shop. We used to do leaflets down the high street. And I can remember like taking them, like I was absolutely fine. I went outside and I just stood there and I was looking
like holding them.
I was looking at people and I was just kind of like, I can't do this. I walked back inside. My sister sat at the table on the door. I went back inside. She's like, you okay? And I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah. I'd just be like...
And I think she realised that I was fighting a battle in my head, because there's a battle between like, you can't do it, but also you have to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
what time was this?
Probably like 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And I was like, you have to do it. Like, this is what's getting people in. Like, you have to do it. So I think it must have been really funny. I wish she'd had a camera on her. No one coming in. It was just her and me. And I looked at her and I went, like that. And I just walked straight back out. And I went, hiya, like got station craft on.
Like straight in their face.
Like straight on it, like a completely different person. And I turned around and she was there like...
The thing is though, the more that you do that, the easier it'll be. Not obviously, I feel like in the future maybe you need someone
people
to
just
be
look
doing
at you
that.
and you pass a leaflet, they're like, no thanks.
Yeah, because to be honest, I don't always take them. Like I'm just like, sorry, like steer.
Yeah, and like some people could be rude.
Yeah, like no thanks.
Yeah, so it did get to a point where I was kind of like, I've had enough of it. We've had enough leaflets today. Like we've had a good footfall. Like I've had enough of this now. But yeah, it was.
It's
honestly
a scary thing though, because you're really putting yourself. It's a vulnerable position to put yourself in. Like, and when I didn't know how busy it was outside, because I didn't go outside until we left, and then we like packed up the car and everything, and we could not see down the road because there were that many people outside.
Yeah.
And so when you say that, I'm thinking I could just imagine you like just like stood in the middle with like like a fish trying to go the other way or something, like, you know.
It would have been. It would have been a picture. Like I wish my sister had caught it on camera. It would have been hilarious. Yeah. I just think that overall, like the whole day was honestly everything I could have dreamed of it being. And I walked around the stall holders, obviously, like as part of like the person who I am, I was checking that everyone was all right. My worst nightmare to come out of that is if the stall holders come away unhappy.
But I think that's such a testament to you as a person though, and I think you're not just doing this event to make a bit of cash, you know. And like you said, like there's nothing. Yeah. You know? Yeah, there's nothing there.
Not to go into details, but like it's not, I'm not like rolling in money, like it's not happened.
Exactly. And you're doing it because you genuinely care and you genuinely have a passion. Yeah. And like, you know, as the years go on, because that's what you're hoping.
That's what we're hoping.
Yeah. Then hopefully things will change for you and you can rely on that a bit more to continue your passion, because at the end of the day we need money to continue our passion. It's as simple as that.
And I think actually I was really worried about the venue, and I was trying to think about whether I would like the venue as a vendor, like as a stall holder. I was worried that people weren't going to like the venue, but actually walking around, like I was checking, like making sure people were happy and like, what do you think of the venue? Like kind of putting the feelers out there for, I knew I wanted to do another one, but whether would it be at the same place? And actually I think everyone's given me really positive feedback. So I'm pretty... And
I also think as well, like we know you're a business owner as well. And I think if any of us were unhappy, we would voice it. Even if it, like in feedback forms and stuff, you will get good feedback. Like, but I honestly think most of the people that I spoke to were genuinely happy, and I don't think that was like there wasn't like it was alright. It was like, no, I had a really good day. Yeah. You know, and I feel like that says so much. Like, yeah.
Or unless they're just trying to please me, but
but it was to me.
Yeah.
You know? And not everybody even knew we were friends, you know. Like there were lots of stall holders there that I asked, you know, have you had a good day? And they didn't know that I knew you, or you know, they assumed that I was there the same way that they were there.
Like as the event manager, you can kind of be a little bit cheeky. So I'd say to them, and I was like, have you made sales today? Yeah. And everyone would be like, yeah, like I've made sales, and like, and you can kind of tell by the way that they respond whether it's
you can pick up on
it's a good vibe, or whether it's like I've made sales, or like I've made sales. And then if it was positive, I'd be like have you made your table feedback? And actually a lot of people opened up to me and been like, I've made table feedback, and like I'm now past that, and a couple of people were like, I made my table feedback in the first couple of hours.
Like, same for me.
It wasn't like a drag to get it. I think as well, like when you're a small business, like if it was me that had applied to that event, not being the host of it, you go to like, when you try a new event, you don't ever go into a new event thinking, oh, that's going to be
big profit.
Yeah. You kind of go into it thinking, I'm testing the waters here.
It'd be great to break even, and then anything is like free marketing.
Yeah.
You kind of think of
it exactly. Like, great to get your costs back.
Get some leaflets out.
Yeah, and like kind of like bring your brand out to somewhere that you probably wouldn't have done it before.
I think it really helps build your confidence within what you do as well. Like, I find that every market I get a little bit like better at doing it.
And it was really lovely at the end of the day, like when everyone started packing down, and I can't believe it, but if you obviously if you are a stationery, like you do stationery markets and stuff, how quickly people pack away.
Yeah, I was a whiz. I was so happy.
Yeah, so
everyone was gone within the hour, right?
Yeah. I don't understand it. Like I said, even the guys at the venue were like, that was quick. Like, because they were expecting everyone to try and just like do it. And I said to Mum, I looked around and I was like, everyone's gone. Like,
is this good or bad?
No, but Mum said to me, and she was like at Stationery Fest and like the big events like Simply Christmas and things that we do in like Birmingham, like the bigger events, people take ages setting up their stall because they want it to look right.
Yeah.
And then I think everyone, because we're just like, we mean business, like we're like, pack it all down, like let's go.
That's when I when I go, the boxes are organised, you've got product here, you've got this there, and I'm just like, shove it in, get it in there, squid it in.
Yeah, exactly. So it was kind of like amazing. I was kind of like, oh my god, everyone's gone. And even like, the guys there were kind of like, that was quick. And I was like, I know, but here you go. You can set down now, and then you can be home for dinner.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah, because I mean, you joined for food at like what, just after 5?
Just after, so we booked the table for 5:30, and I was like a few minutes late, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah. So and it finished at 4, and that's when everybody just starts packing down, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think it was wonderful, and I don't know if anybody here is interested in maybe being part of this in the future.
Yeah. But... So we after yesterday, obviously I haven't actually been able to speak to the rest of my team that I have, like my family and stuff, but me personally as the host, I literally after halfway through the day yesterday was like, I want to do another one. Like, I've caught the bug now, like, I want to do it again. And I had a lot of people being like, are you going to do one at Christmas? And I had to, like, unfortunately, there's not going to be one at Christmas.
This year, yeah.
This year, yeah. Because with Pintada, I've booked myself up for Christmas. Like, I've pretty much got the whole of November doing markets.
Yeah, and you don't want to be giving yourself too much because you don't want to burn out. And
I think as well with Christmas markets, you have to book onto them early. We are going to be looking at getting a date for the summer.
Oh, okay.
Next year.
Yeah.
The time of the year, I think, is just perfect.
It was really lovely.
Yeah, so
I'm glad it wasn't too much hotter.
Yeah.
But it was, I think it was the perfect kind of season for the beachfront.
Yeah, so I think definitely another one next summer around sort of a similar time of year.
Yeah,
obviously dates to be confirmed and everything. I loved yesterday so much.
Yeah,
so.
Me too. It was a dream. It really was. And it's weird that it's kind of, I know I haven't done, other than like packing the bags last night, I didn't really do anything.
Yeah, they helped me pack up the VIP bags. So I got held up. So the original plan was obviously Dellie's been staying at my house, and the original plan was that you guys had like an ETA of like 5 o'clock or something, wasn't it? And I had a few stall holders that could set up the day before, that I'd managed to like contact the event management and just said like that they're travelling a long way, like can they pop in and just set up the day before, which was fine. But because of traffic and things, people were running late.
Yeah, it was ridiculous, yeah.
And so they very kindly let us stay a bit later than what we'd originally agreed. But then it meant that I was later.
Yeah,
but then
so
you were
saying,
you got stuck in traffic too. So like you were saying, like
it worked out.
It worked out fine, yeah.
But the to-do list didn't get shorter. The time got shorter.
Yeah. And my plan was that I would get home, like there was still going to be time. So obviously that finished at 4. There was still going to be about an hour before you got there.
Yeah.
And I could like crack and do like bits of to-do list, like pack the bags, and there was some people that had like, sent things like later, so like pack the bags up, and there was just like the little bits you do before the market, like making sure that your card reader is charged and get your cash box out, and like obviously I had my own stall, so I had to still do those things, but I planned to do them all before you'd got here, and then that didn't quite work out, did it? So
I enjoy that kind of thing though. It's good fun.
I remember like obviously Stationery Fest, was it Southwest Planner Club last year?
Yeah, we were putting all the things in the cello for you.
Was it Stationery Fest? It was Stationery Fest with the colouring book sheets.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, Stationery Fest last year. We were in the hotel.
Oh, we were in
room.
the hotel, same hotel.
In the
we?
hotel room, and Adele and Mum had come and help me out.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a reoccurring thing that I put too much on my plate.
Dellie will do it.
Dellie will help. But yeah, it's funny, but
Yeah.
it's just now I'm exhausted. But I think and my voice is probably going. But I think honestly,
just need to decompress and give yourself time to appreciate what you achieved, because you should be very proud of yourself.
Yeah, I think it's still a bit like I'm in a bit of denial that I did it.
Yeah,
like it still feels a bit like,
and it will feel like that for a while, I think.
Yeah,
because you're going to get flurries of messages over the next few days.
I put a little message out. You probably haven't seen it, but I put it out on the little group I made, just saying obviously that I'm closing the group and that I can see my phone pinging, so obviously people are replying back. So.
Yeah, it was really good. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
And I'm grateful to have been part of it. So.
Editing Loren, just jumping in here. I've put my mic on just because we're currently in a thunderstorm. But I just wanted to introduce this next part of the vlog. Obviously you saw my chat with Dellie and we were talking about the event. I did a Kickstarter that was running for the whole of May and it ended the day after the event. So even though I had that massive event and I had such a high with that, I then had the next day where I ended the Kickstarter. So the next clips that you're going to see is me talking about the Kickstarter. We watch it end together, and I'm doing a live, Instagram live, so I'm not actually looking at the camera, I'm looking at my phone, so that kind of is why it looks a bit weird. But I thought I would just pop in and just introduce it a little bit. So please enjoy the end of this video with clips of my Kickstarter ending, and I really hope you liked this first sort of chilled video back. I'm going to end it after those clips, so I will see you in the next video, which is something a little bit different, and I can't wait to speak to you about it when we get there. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! This weekend has just been a dream of mine, and I don't really know how to feel right now. I feel almost in this brain space that it didn't happen, but it obviously did happen. So yeah, basically, I did make myself a cup of tea, so I'm going to sip and drink a cup of tea whilst we wait. And if anyone has any questions or wants to chat, please let me know. We'll answer them. If anyone has any questions about the Kickstarter, let me know. You have got 2 minutes, or 3 minutes technically, 2 and a bit minutes, if you want to quickly run on and either change your pledge or pledge if you haven't already pledged. It's not too late. I've got a couple of minutes left. We've got 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we did it. We did it. We can just say goodbye to the vlog. Hello vlog. I'll check in with you guys. So you got me.